Welcome back to 10 O'Clock Live. This is Ten, and it's time for 10 Minutes with Ten. Make business talk sounds fabulous. So we have received lots of letters, tweets, and Facebook messages asking us about the director's remuneration. This is a very controversial issue as we are all wondering, are directors paid too much? And in what forms of payment they should be received? This is all will be covered tonight. So our special guest tonight is my very good friend. We attended Washington College together. Please welcome Professor Winnie Fu. Good evening, Winnie.
Hi, very nice to see you.
Very nice to see you too. So could you please tell us more about the director's remuneration?
Yep, as we all know, in the recent years, there has been lots of reported deficits, some of very big companies, and scandals too relating to directors' remuneration.
So what makes up the board of directors?
Well, first of all, there are executive directors like CEOs and managing directors. They take active part in company's operation, while non-executive directors, they are still part of the board, but they are not involved in company's operation. And last but not least, there's independent directors. They are outside directors appointed by shareholders and they do not own shares in the company. Directors can be remunerated in forms of STI, LTI, and PB.
STI stands for short-term incentives such as cash and monetary benefits, is that right?
Yep, exactly right. And let's not forget LTI, which stands for long-term incentive, which can be in the form of shares and options, and also post-employment benefits such as superannuation and retirement benefit.
A very good explanation, Win. And I heard you have an interesting morning today.
Oh yeah, I had an important talk with 3 of industry analysts from mining, banking, and also from retail industry.
Let's have a look.
Hi, Winnie here with Miss Muffin, a financial analyst from mining, oil, and gas industry. Hi, Miss Muffin, it's good to see you here today.
The pleasure's mine.
So which company will we be discussing today?
I'll be examining the remuneration structures of BHP Billiton and Woodside. BHP is the largest mining company in Australia and ranks 44th in the world according to Forbes. Woodside, on the other hand, is one of the largest oil and gas company within Australia.
So what are your thoughts on the remuneration structure of these 2 companies?
As you can see, both companies are similar in the sense that they both allocate a significantly larger proportion of money towards their executive directors compared to their non-executive directors. And here we can see that BHP pays more LTIs to its executive directors, while Woodside pays more STIs. As a company is working their way to the top, they reward their directors with more STI to continuously provide motivation. As they become more established, they alter their compensation plan to remunerate with more LTI with the view of retaining competent directors to the company.
So are you saying that as Woodside continue to grow, it would remunerate their directors with less STI and more LTIs?
Yes, absolutely right.
And what should the amount of the remuneration be based on?
Well, the amount of remuneration should be based on their level of education and their skill.
I see. Interesting. Okay, thank you so much for your time.
No worries.
This is Sir Dalton Benito. He's a specialist in the banking industry. So I just want to ask, what are your opinions about the director's remuneration in the banking industry?
Let me give you 2 examples. They are ANZ and Westpac banks. They are Australia's 2 largest banks, and they've been established for more than 170 years. Look over here. It is clear that ANZ pays more LTI while Westpac pays more STI to all directors in total. Westpac believes that executive directors are a crucial factor in maintaining the sustainability of Westpac. Therefore, it provides good post-employment benefits to the executive directors as a reward for their dedication to the company. It is also aimed at building the loyalty of current directors. ANZ uses mostly LTI to align directors' goals with those of the shareholders. Westpac uses responsibility as their remuneration determinant. On the other hand, ANZ uses return on shareholders' investment.
Okay, but in general, how do you think a director should be remunerated and in what form?
Well, according to the recommendation by the ASX, a company's remuneration policy should motivate directors to pursue their long-term growth and the success of the company. And I think that LTI satisfies this aim.
That sounds logical. Okay. Thank you so much, Sir Dalton,
Thank
for
you.
your time. It's a pleasure talking to you.
It's my pleasure.
Hi, back again with Winnie here, and we have Mr. Broseph.
Just call me bro. The fourth.
So, Mr. Bro,
The fourth.
Mr. Bro the fourth here is an expert in the retail industry. So, which companies will you talk about today?
Well, of course, there's Woolworths and West Farmers. With a combined profit of 4.4 billion and employing over 400,000 employees in Australia, they are two of the largest companies in Australia. As you can see, the remuneration package structure is split almost at the same amount. But if we look closer, West Farmers invests more in LTI compared to Woolworths. Personally, I think LTI is better.
And why is that?
Because LTI, such as shares and options, would motivate directors to perform better for the company, which would, in turn, promote the company's long-term growth.
So you believe that LTI is a better remuneration type for directors. But what about the amount? How much do you think directors should get paid?
I believe directors, along with everyone else in the world, should be paid according to their performance. If a company's growth increases because of these directors, obviously they should get paid more.
Oh, that's a very good point. Thank you very much for your time, Mr. Bro.
No problem.
So, based on your interviews, I can conclude that Executive Director of Oil, Mining and Gas Company get the highest remuneration amongst the three industries. The consistency in all these industries is that majority of total remuneration expense goes to Executive Director. However, it varies between the LTI and STI.
Yep, in fact, I have a graph here. Executive directors get a huge sum because they are also rewarded with LTI on top of STI and post-employment benefit. The portion between STI and LTI is based on which stage the company is in its growth and what the company is envisioning to achieve through its compensation plan. All in all, considering all variables, the best remuneration form in general is LTI. It's more motivational to the directors and therefore it results in greater positive corporate growth. It promotes goal alignment and puts forward the interests of shareholders, which is extremely important to listed companies.
I absolutely agree with you, Winnie. Well, it's very nice having you here. Thank you so much for coming on tonight.
Yeah, no worries. It's my pleasure. I'm having fun too.
Well, don't forget to watch 10 o'clock live next week. The topic will be on how corporate governance can prevent against corporate failure. Make sure you tune in because you would want to see the Maxim Hatta's financial expert, Washim Subrati. See you next week.
Sir Dalton?
Winnie, my dear, why hello.
Hello, I've been looking for you. I'm just not expecting to see you here. So, can you please tell me more about... This is Sir Dalton Bandito. He's an expert in finance, in banking.
Right? They're the largest bank. They're the top 100. What was it? Oh. The company's remuneration policy should motivate directors. What lovely.
Happy da. I don't know what I'm talking about. Just stick to the screen.
Obviously, they should get more. They should get more. They should get paid.
What about the amount? How much do you think the rest?
You doing anything after this?
Oh, Frozen, go! Give me back! Okay. Hey, and please stay out of the female toilet.
It's on the left, get it on the right.